Good evening. Just going to wait for a few more people to come on and start watching. And then I'll start with tonight's book. Good evening. Okay. Shall I wait for anybody else? Good evening, Marianne. Jean. Good evening, Richard. Give it another minute and then we'll start reading. Okay, I'll give it another minute and then I'm going to start reading. Good evening, Alex. Good evening, Andrew. How are you? Okay. Tonight, we are reading The Great Dog Bottom Swap by Peter Bentley and May Matsukawa. The day had arrived for the dogs' summer ball. All the dogs in the world were lined up at the hall, where a sign on the door said, "Now, please, be so kind as to keep your coat on, but remove your behind. Please hang up your bottoms on one of the pegs, and remember, no growling or cocking of legs." So as they went in, every dog, pooch and pup, they took off their bottoms and hung them all up. Hundreds and hundreds of little pinkos, all neatly arranged in methodical rows. What a feast the dogs had at the ball on the night. The tables were quite a magnificent sight. They dined on fresh giblets and dog biscuit stew, with slippers and old dug-up sheep bones to chew. Then dog chucky ices all creamy and brown, and fresh puddle water to wash it all down. When the poodles had cleared all the food bowls away, it was time for some fun from the dogs' cabaret. The Peakies did a song in ridiculous hats. A Labrador told a rude joke about cats. Then Coco the Conjurer got a huge laugh by pretending to saw a Dalmatian in half. "And now," Coco said, to great woofs of applause, "it's time for some dancing. So up on your paws." "Oh, look at us," said an overexcited young hound, who, as he whisked a fox terrier clear off the ground. "Watch out," cried a sensible boxer named Clive, as the hound and the terrier started to jive. They swirled and they twirled ever faster until, "Oh, dog-tastrophe, what a disaster!" The twirling was more than the Afghad could handle. He suddenly tripped, knocking over a candle, which fell on the curtains, which promptly caught fire, and being old and rather cheap, sending flames even higher. Some dogs broke the rule that forbade hind leg cocking, but soon a fire was spreading with a speed that was shocking. Oh dear, oh dear. "Don't panic," barked Clive in a great fit of passion. "Let's all try to leave in an orderly fashion." But that was an order they chose to ignore, as they scurried and scuttled like heck for the door. As at last the last dog shut out of the hall with a bark, the lights all went foot, and the whole place went dark. "Wait a minute," said Clive, and to the panicking mutts, our bottoms, we must save our butts." So, into the cloakroom they bumbled and tumbled, and soon all the bottoms were hopelessly jumbled, as every dog grabbed the first bottom they saw, and fled the great fire with a bum in their paw. Luckily, everyone got out alive, and no one was caught by the fire except Clive, and some others whose tails had been singed all away, which is why all those dogs have no tails to this day. And all the dogs' bottoms were rescued as well. But because of the darkness, no doggy could tell whose bottom was whose in the panic and scrum. So each dog went home with another dog's bum. And ever since then, when a pair of dogs meet, in the park or the playground, the woods or the street, each dog gives the other dog's bottom a sniff, to see if it has that particular whiff of the bottom they lost on the night of the ball, when the dogs hung their bums on the hooks in the hall. The end. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Later on I'll post what tomorrow's book will be. But for this evening, thank you for listening. That was The Great Dog Bottom Swap by Peter Bentley and May Matsukawa. I hope you all have a fantastic evening. Enjoy yourself, and don't let it get you down. Good night.